Hey guys, real quick before we get into the video, I just wanted to go over kind of what we were talking about in my Fluffle video. I am still trying to get to 50 subscribers by the 15th. It is currently the 8th as recording this video. So I'm sitting at 23 subscribers. We need 27 more, and then I'll do that breakdance video. I really want to do that for you guys. I've kind of been out of it for a little bit just because I ended up getting hurt and was kind of in bed for a couple weeks not being able to do a whole lot. But now I'm back up running. I'm ready to do some cool stuff for you. I do want to keep doing deck profiles and stuff. I just need you guys to subscribe and share the crap out of these videos so we can get up to those subscribers so I can do that breakdance video for you. Because everybody needs a dancing cripple in their life. But without further ado, we'll get into the video now and we'll go through for our discussion. Thank you guys so much for subscribing, for your support, and let's continue to grow the channel. Thank you so much. Bye. Hey guys, CryptJ1958 here, coming back with another discussion video. We're going to go over some GX cards. What I'm kind of doing, this is actually part 2 of my older cards that could use more support or become their own archetype. If you missed the first video, the link will be in the description below. But I went through the DM era, so Yugi, Joey, those types of characters. So now we're going to jump to the GX era, and we're going to go over some of the cards that are either really old and made like an impact on the show, but really never became their own thing, or cards that were used by a character that all kind of fit the same type, and I think could kind of become their own thing as well. GX was kind of weird because we did have archetypes, but they weren't really developed. We had like the Elemental Hero, the Destiny Hero, Cyber Angels, Cyber Dragons, but they weren't like we know archetypes today. So it was really, I don't know, there were still a lot of characters using a mix of cards, but the cards had a theme, so they weren't technically archetypes. So that's what I'm kind of going to go over here today. The first ones we're going to go over was actually Bastion's cards, the Get-Ons. So we have the Oxygeddon, Hydrogeddon, and this one, the Duatrion, Terion, I guess. He used these for probably about half a season, then he switched up the decks. I like the idea behind them, using different monsters and the spell cards to make these monsters. And some of these could actually be pretty beasty once they got out, but I think they could use more support. The idea is nice. I'd like to see some new cards, maybe some different ways of bringing them out. Maybe a boss monster that's a little bit better than the ones we actually have. I really enjoyed watching Bastion's duels just because I thought the monsters and everything were kind of cool. This was back when I was like maybe 12 or 13 that GX was out, so I thought that just these monsters were amazing at that point. So another kind of group of cards that I wanted to go over was Chumley's. So the Desquala, Deskangaroo, and then the Master of Oz. He basically had a beast archetype, but they all centered around animals that were in Australia. And I'd kind of like to see those come back, maybe have like a full-on koala archetype. I think it would be really cool, something that we could use the Master of Oz with. Because it was, it's a 4200 beater that's really not incredibly difficult to get out. So I'd just like to see some new cards with some of the new support and some of the older cards that are being revamped. Kind of like I mentioned in the first video, we know that Summon Skull is getting its own archetype, and with Relinquished getting revamped to get the Illusion Eyes Restrict. I just kind of like to see something different with that. We are kind of moving forward. I think eventually this could be a possibility for Konami. I just would like to see it sooner rather than later, just to have more variety in the stuff I like to play. It probably wouldn't be extremely competitive, but a lot of the decks that I post on here aren't crazy competitive. They're mostly just for fun or to kind of piss off your opponent. The next ones we're going to go with is Zoa and Metal Zoa. This was actually in one episode. It's where Chaz leaves the Duelist Academy and goes to the Rival Academy, and he has to battle like all 50 of the guys before he can join the school. And the head guy, the last one he has to fight, actually uses Zoa and Metal Zoa. But I kind of like the idea of using Metal Morph and souping up your monsters and having them transform into other stuff. I thought that was a really cool concept. There were a lot of cards that were used in the anime that we actually don't have, like the Metal Musician King. I really liked that episode back in the DM era. But I think Metal Morph could be a lot of fun. Just having, you pull out a card, drop Metal Morph, and then tribute it off to get a different monster. It's kind of similar to what we did with Ring of Destruction, kind of having where we have Ring of Destruction and now Loop of Destruction, doing like a Metal Morph and then another version of Metal Morph. That kind of my idea would be something that can equip to a card, and then you tribute the card, but it stays on the field, and you can equip it to a new monster. That way you're not going through, all 6 copies of your Metal Morph that quick. So you can just kind of keep bringing out your monsters. I think that would be a lot of fun. I would have a lot of fun with that, and I think we have a lot of creative people that could turn that into probably something explosive and degenerate. I think it would be a lot of fun. The next group we're going to go to it was actually used when Jaden fought the Pharaoh Abydos. He used first Sarcophagus, second Sarcophagus, and third Sarcophagus. And these are the only cards that we have from there. And basically what it does, so you get to summon Spirit of the Pharaoh once you get all 3 of them, and it's an okay monster. That was the only time we've seen these cards, and I'd like to see something more with them. It is a zombie card, so maybe it could be used in some sort of zombie deck, but I'd like to see more from that. It was a cool concept. I know waiting 3 turns to get out your boss monster probably isn't the best, but that's kind of what I was looking for there. And then the last thing we're going to speak about is the monkey archetype when Jaden had to fight the cybernetic monkey Wheeler, and he just used a bunch of monkey cards and gorilla cards. It was a really funny episode, but I really enjoyed it, and I think having a monkey archetype or something kind of similar to the Koala would be a lot of fun. Those are my GX cards that I think we could use more support. Let me know what your thoughts are. I am working on getting some new software so I can do these videos a little bit different, maybe having duels that I've done in the background going on while I discuss different cards. I'm still working on getting up to speed with my editing software and working on getting the screen capture stuff. So I will be switching this up a little bit. I do know that a lot of people have a hard time just watching videos where we're staring at a screen. Let me know what you guys think, and then in the comments, make sure to like, subscribe, and yeah, you guys have a great day.